What is happening? It is a beautiful day here. Well, right now it is. It's like 80. But anyway, not too humid. Gonna challenge myself to do something new today. Or this weekend, this video basically. So, got the Camaro project car here. I've got, yeah, the 350s ready. Yeah, anyway. The thing I loved about this car is it's all stock, right? For now. Stock radio and tape deck are in there, but it doesn't work. So, and I love cruising in this car, but I gotta have tunes. I gotta have tunes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace the radio, the speakers, maybe go with an amp for the speakers. Something that sounds really nice. So what I'm gonna do is figure out what size speakers I need, and then I'm gonna go to Walmart down the road. The last complete stereo system I did was in the BMW Z3, and I ordered everything, good stuff too, off of Amazon. I'm one of those guys where I want my stuff now, so I'm gonna challenge myself and see if I can get everything at Walmart. Now I already ordered the wiring kit for the radio, just the wiring kit from O'Reilly's, because they could get it next day. So, and Walmart doesn't have it, so that's the only exception as of right now. So looking at this guy, I think we got 6x4s in the back, and then these guys in the dash here. Actually, I don't know what those are. I'm gonna have to take off the dash cover, I guess, or I'll Google it, but I think they changed. I don't think all third gens are the same. There's no door speakers, so yeah. We got the speakers up front, and then the speakers right here. So let me see if I can access this stuff. All right, there are, just remove this, no big deal. One bolt at the top. 6x9s in the back. So we got two 6x9s here, and then 4x6s are in the dash, and that's it. That's all this car's got. So that's gonna be super easy. And then I really want to do a sub in here, but I don't know. There's not a ton of room. I would do something low pro just right here. So maybe I'll get like maybe a single 10 or a single 8. I don't know. But that will be like stage 2. I'm not gonna do that right now. Yeah. So all right, 6x9s, 4x6s. 4x6s. I don't know what if I'm gonna find anything at Walmart for that, but we'll find out. Let's go. All right, I think I got it figured out here. We're gonna do 2 amp kits, and this guy here. That's the only available 4-channel amp they have here. I thought we were gonna have cheap stuff here. I thought I was gonna be using this stuff, but for the price point, yeah, no. And then gonna be doing the Sony head unit there, and then let's see. Okay, Sony 4x6s, Sony 6x9s, and yes, I'm gonna pick up this pile of trash right here. It's a powered subwoofer. It's a dual 10-inch, and probably sound like trash, but if it does, I'll take it back. And I have another one. In the garage. It's just an 8-inch aluminum, but I think that's what we're gonna do. All right, so I lied. I did not get the subwoofer. I've got a sub at home, and it was gonna be $500. So I bought 6x9s, the 4-channel amp, the Sony head unit, the one installation kit for the amp, and then the Sony 4x6s. So now I need to run down over to O'Reilly's, and then we will pick up the dash wiring kit that They ordered for me yesterday. Back home, so this is the adapter for the radio. So you got your speakers, and then you've also got the illumination and 12 volt constant on this guy right here. And then we got the Sony head unit. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the wiring harness from here, hook it onto here, and then we'll be able to plug this bad boy in. And I think this is gonna be stage 1 because we have a car cruise tomorrow, and I want to get this radio at least in and working, and then I can rip it back out and I can do the rest of that. But for you, it'll all be in this one video. And here it is, all buttoned up. Basically, I mean, you want to, make sure everything matches, but every one of these I do, just match the colors. That's it. And then connect them. So this is the radio. I am kind of bummed though because it's got, I should have looked. I wanted 3 pre-outs, subwoofer and front back, but this one has only got 2. So if I add a sub, I'll have to splice into one of the lines, which is fine. That's fine. I can do that. No big deal. But yeah, let's get this in the car. One thing I'm a little concerned about here is the inside the car. There was a FM signal booster. Hopefully that's not an indicator that the antenna sucks. Hopefully it was just the radio. Alright y'all, I tested her out, everything works good, and it was the radio issue. It's not the antenna. The antenna works fine, and I'm inside of a steel building. So next I'm going to take the install kit, the dash install kit, and get that put in here so I can put it final together. Well, it was confusing at first, but pretty simple, turns out, actually. So these brackets right here are the ones for it, and then it just slides in here. You bolt it up here, and then you can put your trim ring back on, and then the radio in. So that's what I'm gonna do. And there, we're ready to install the radio for the final time, and it looks really good, to be honest with you. So I will fish my wire harness out of here and the antenna. Yeah, just like that. And there it is. Perfect. I like it. I dig it. That's stage 1. Now I can at least listen to the radio. Alright, so I am going to, I got everything set on the radio. I'm going to remove the dash pad and replace these 4x6s. Step 1, just to see how the better speakers sound versus the stock. So dash pad removal, super simple. 6 screws across the front, 4 in the back, and then you have plenty of access for your 4x6s. These are the new 4x6s right there. Old ones got this little plug on the back. For ease of installation, I am going to reuse that plug. Minor splicing, to avoid minor splicing. So there's a little tab down here that we depress and then pull that whole thing off. I got it. Press that tab, and you can pull this off, and then the speaker's junk, you know what I'm saying? And then clip this guy. Now that I got these plugs, I'm gonna solder them to some new speaker wire, and then put some spade connectors on the other end and plug them into the speakers. Easy as that. There, simple as that. Now it's gonna be completely plug and play. So I'm gonna hook these dash speakers up here and then see how they sound. Alright guys, they are installed, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I taped up, the connectors so they don't ground out on anything as well. They sound good. with just the factory radio amp on the radio. So I'm gonna replace the 6x9s in the back, and if they still sound good, I'm gonna return the 4-channel amp, and I'll do a sub, but it'll all be in this video anyway. So let's get these I'm gonna get the dash pad back on, and then I'm going to do the rear speakers. All right, I'm gonna do the same in the rear as I did in the front. Clip the end off and then soldered it on. And I will tell you real quick before I put these in, just because it's a 3rd gen doesn't mean all these speaker wire colors are the same, positive and negative. So just do your research. So I never tell anybody what's what, because it can definitely depend on the year of the vehicle. So do your research, make sure you get the positive and negative correct. Let's get these in. All right, guys, so I am super happy with the install. I think for now I'm gonna ditch the amp. I'm gonna return it. It sounds really good just with the head unit. So plus, if I throw a powered sub in the back of this, that's gonna be the bass that I need. I can turn the low pass down on the speakers up here and should be good. So yeah, let me figure out the powered subwoofer, because I've got one, but I think I want a bigger one. So let's figure that out next. All right, it's been a minute since I picked up the camera. So here's the FM transmitter that was wired in there and that I took out. FM booster. So this is what I decided to do. I brought back the 4-channel amplifier because the speakers sound good. And then I had this left over from when I took it out of my F250 when I sold that. It's a little powered 8-inch Alpine sub. Sounds okay. It'll sound good in here because of the back glass and the fact that there's no trunk. But this is pretty much like a behind the seat or under the seat model. It's aluminum box, so it sounds different. I prefer the wood, but I've already got it. So all I did was use the wiring kit basically. So I got that mounted behind the rear seat there, and then I took off the trim here and then loosened this trim up and fed everything through there. And obviously you want to make sure that your power wires are separated from the your power wire is separated from the rest of them. Typically you do one power wire on one side of the car and everything else on the other side, but I just kept them separate under here, and then poke through the firewall there. I am not running a remote wire either. This is a remote, it's an audio sensing sub, so it knows. So I poked a hole through the firewall right there, no biggie, right next to the speedo cable. And then I will run this over to the battery, throw the fuse in there. This wiring harness back here already has a fuse in it. But you also want one as close as you can to the battery. So there's the sill that I took out. And then obviously the RCAs are plugged into the back, the subwoofer output in the back of the radio. So that's where I'm at. Now I'm gonna button everything back together, do my ground, my final wiring back here, and test it out. All right, to give you guys a little update, I think we're done. This side post battery business I don't like. First time I've had to deal with it, or at least not a dual post. So first things first, I gotta get a strap for this battery or box, because it's just chilling here. So probably just order the factory tie down and go from there. But these side posts, there's nothing to, I mean, I tore it all apart. It's really difficult to make something look decent on here. So all I did was chip away the boot here. I trimmed it away to where I could get the power in, and then the amp is there, and then it runs all the way back. Not the prettiest looking thing, but once I do the engine swap in this, it'll be good. So that's under the hood. And then I got everything else put back together. The sill's back on, kick panel's back on, carpet's back in place. The molding back here is all good. So, and the negative battery terminal is back on. I forgot to tell you all to unplug that, but Last thing I gotta do is just plug this all in and hope it doesn't go boom. Here we go. It scares the crap out of me every time. You just never know. Okay, nothing went boom. Well, that's good. No breaker pop, nothing. All right. So all my lines are gonna be kind of hidden there. I don't like this. I'll figure that out. Yeah, and then put the seat up. Looks normal here. Yeah, I'll tuck this. I'll get all this. Hopefully this ground is good. That's where I grounded it. This little, you know, child seat thing. It should be. I mean, or else, you know, who would want to trust their child with it? So let's see if it turns on. All right, man, I tell you what, this video has been made over the course of weeks. And just trying to get this stereo system how I want it. As you know, as you saw, I took back the 4-channel amp. I would have made this sound really, really good, but because I wanted a subwoofer, I'm like, you know what? It's okay. So I kind of regret that, but at the same time, I kind of don't. The stereo itself, it just doesn't sound that good. So what I'm gonna do now, I put that guy in, right? That's the last clip you saw. And it's working, but it's just, it doesn't sound good. It's too small. It doesn't sound good in this car. Thought I would, but this guy is tried and true. I have it in my F-150 now. This is a Rockville powered subwoofer. This is the 10-inch. I have the 12-inch in my truck. So this guy is gonna go here, and she'll sound really good. So let's get this thing unboxed, and then the old one disconnected. Not a lot of money spent on this thing either. I think $135 perhaps is what I spent on it. Check out their website. I love this stuff. I've had good luck. I've had stuff not sound good, and they returned it no problem. Oh, okay, I'm gonna flip this. Yeah, there she is. Oh yeah, all her glory. So excited over dumb stuff, aren't I? She's gonna fit in there just like that. Everything is over here on the side to hook it up. So, let that chill right there. And I'm gonna get that disconnected and out of here. Yeah. All right, she's hooked up. She sounds great. Obviously, I'm not gonna play it for you because I don't wanna get demonetized, because this is how I make money. But I do have a review on the 12-inch if you go back and look earlier in my channel. But hooks up the same way, except, whoops. Hooks up the same way, except the your ground, your hot, and your remote screw it directly in instead of the pigtail like I had on the previous one. You do have high level inputs here as well if you wanted it. You got your base remote here. Yeah, so I'm gonna bolt this thing down on the back side so you can't see it, and we'll get this thing all buttoned up and take you for a tour. All right, it is done. It is done and it is in place. Sounds great. I just had a couple of L brackets I bent slightly to kind of keep it in place, and the screws just go in the carpet and they don't go through the metal or anything. It's enough to hold the box still, so I've got no worries about it whatsoever, except for now this seat doesn't like to go back. Weird. Whatever. But yeah, okay, 10-inch Rockville powered subwoofer, amplifiers built into it. Love it. Just a single unit, fits really nice right there. Then the Sony 6x9s back here, the Sony 4x6s up here, Sony deck. That's pretty much it. She rocks now. Oh, and then the bass knob I wired in right there. But yeah, she rocks. I love it. And yeah, hopefully this video helps you guys out. There's a couple different ways you can do radios. It's gonna be whatever you guys want. I wanted a sub, so I didn't worry about hooking up a 4-channel to the regular speakers. If you hook up a 4-channel to the regular speakers, they're gonna sound a ton better. Just make sure you match your amp with these speakers. You don't want to underpower the speakers. You also don't want to blow them. Just fine tune your gain, all that good stuff. If you don't know what any of this is, research it first before you mess anything up. So, but yeah, there we go. Looking good as ever. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Later.